Good day, Baron Dumont.
Goodness, had I known you would be so sumptuous, I might have preened. Care for a drink?
Ugh.
No, thank you. It's a little early for me.
Well, I'll indulge for us both in that case. I hope you'll pardon me for saying so, but you're a ravishing girl. Simply ravishing.
That's very kind of you. I'm sure your wife feels absolutely spoiled by your abundant charm.
Oh, she's a lucky old crow, I'll grant you that. Now then, Giles tells me you want to profile me for this magazine of yours. Men of Influence, was it?
Yes, each issue we cover a different person in our Perfect Lives series. Someone whose lifestyle and achievements serve as inspiration for our readers.
Jolly good. You've come to the right place. That will be all, Giles.
Actually, sir, I thought it might be worthwhile for me to stay, in case the young lady should desire anything at all.
Splendid idea. Pip pip.
Pip pip.
Yes, sir. I'll be right over here if you require anything, Miss Haig.
Thank you. Baron Dumont, do you mind if I record our interview? I'd rather devote my attention to you than to my notepad.
And who could blame you? Record away, my dear. So then, where shall we begin?
Oh, do I trick him now? Oh, crap. I really realized that there were going to be possible wrong answers, although I should have realized that, I suppose, from that incorrect option of the interview. Let's see. Should we flatter him? Let's not jump right to the secret. Let's play on his love for big game.
What's it like being such a prestigious big game hunter?
Well, it's difficult to explain to someone who's never experienced the thrill of the hunt, you see. When it's you and your trusty blunderbuss all alone against a ferocious beast, you discover exactly what sort of stuff you're made of.
Sounds ghastly.
Oh, it takes a special breed of male, I'll grant you that. The merest hesitation could cost you a leg.
My socks. Question 2, okay. I suppose I'm asking the wrong questions, aren't I? Let's see, I guess I should be asking the bigger questions. I assumed that he'd be turned off by that. I thought I'd be going back to the other question. Crap!
Many men with such immense wealth succumb to sloth or immoderation. How do you keep yourself productive and effectual in the face of such constant temptation?
Excuse me.
An ingenious question. Well, you see, a man has certain choices he can make. Some choices are wise ones, and some are not. So I suppose you could say that making wise choices is an important step in one's tireless quest for wisdom.
Aha. Brilliant. Great, thanks for that. Words of wisdom from the wise man who is wise. I guess we'll go for this one again. No more asking about the stupid safari, whatever.
I'm sure a man of your education is as broadly read as he is charming. What works of literature have you found most influential?
Ah, yes, literature. One of my favorite subjects. I've always said that to read is to experience the literary wisdom of wise men.
Very well said. And who are some of your favorite authors? Hemingway, Melville, Dostoevsky?
I like James Joyce.
Precisely. Good guess. Shall we proceed to the next question?
Alright. Don't give me a Joseph Conrad. I'm not very fond of that guy. Anyway, collection of fine art. Or dangerous animal. He's probably the guy from Most Dangerous Game who hunts people, right? I'll bet you. I'll bet you he does. I guess...
I noticed you have quite a collection of fine art about the place. Who are some of your favorite painters?
Oh, I like them all.
But surely there must be one or two whose work stands out for you.
Certainly. Well, Fipstein is probably my favorite.
Who?
I'm not familiar with his work.
Not many people are. It's quite smashing. I'm sure you love it.
What movement?
Excuse me?
Is he an impressionist, surrealist, constructivist, pointillist?
Yeah, a little of everything, actually. He's quite versatile.
Uh-huh.
Really? Do you have any of his work about?
Normally, yes, but it's out being cleaned.
Cleaned?
Yes, those old paintings get so dusty.
Ah.
Right. Nice one. So clearly this isn't a man of charm, intellect, or much of anything. How is that important to us? By the way, behind these dialogue boxes you'll see that there's like a crosshair, kind of. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there or if that's like some kind of error. Like there's a pixel of distortion there because things are getting stretched somehow. I'm not sure. Anyway, now we're asking about his musical tastes. Oh, here we go.
If you were stranded on a desert island, what piece of music would you most want to have with you?
Music? Well, anything by Picasso, of course.
Pablo Picasso?
Yes, that's the gem.
The painter?
Yes, he was also quite a musician.
I wasn't aware.
Next.
Amusing. I gotta admire, you could tell that the writers are intelligent because they know this stuff well enough to play with it. I keep asking about I can either keep asking about hunting or learn more about how much of an idiot he is. What unwavering faith? What is he going to say? Like he's I don't know, like an evangelical Muslim or something. I don't know.
I understand that yours is a steadfastly Episcopal lineage. How does your unswerving faith influence your day-to-day life?
This should be good.
Well, you see, faith is... how shall I put it? Faith is... Oh, simply put, faith... I'm sure plenty of other great men have had keen things to say about faith. Why don't you be a dear and just quote one of them?
Smashing idea.
Smashing. What? Gazelle. Okay, so now we're finally getting around to questions that deal with his industry. So we were beating around the bush a bit. I guess it's just, how would you like to beat around the bush? Would you like to ask about his dumb safari stuff? Or would you like to ask about his dumb society stuff?
How has your approach to running Dumas Industrial Enterprises differed from your late father's?
I'm not really sure what approach my father used, but I like to run things strictly by the book.
By the book?
Yes, you know, according to policy.
But whose policies?
I'm afraid that information is strictly classified. Next.
Alright. Great. Ooh, historical figure.
What historical figure do you most admire?
Probably Beowulf.
Nice.
I was thinking of historical rather than fictional individuals.
Well, I was referring to the historical Beowulf, not the fictional one.
All right.
You mean the one who slew Grendel and his mother?
That's right.
He's a fictional character.
Yes, I know that, but there was also an historical one.
The Beowulf who fought the dragon.
Precisely.
But there aren't any dragons.
Well, not anymore, thanks to Beowulf.
There weren't any to begin with. Unless you count the dinosaurs, that is. But there weren't any of those wandering around during the time when Beowulf would have lived if he were a real person instead of a fictional character.
Seriously, Kate, you went there?
Quite sure?
Yes.
I see.
That was long-winded.
Well, that's all the questions I prepared. I must confess, I'm positive this will be our most popular Perfect Lives installment yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
No.
Absolutely. Rarely does nature combine so many excellent qualities in one man. Our readers will be fascinated, and maybe even a bit envious.
One can hardly blame them.
I know I'm jealous.
What I don't understand is where such a busy man finds the time to be a successful business tycoon, loving husband, daring hunter, astute philosopher, cultivated humorist, etc. Aren't you overwhelmed?
Well, one learns to delegate. For example, although you wouldn't guess it, I'm only peripherally involved with Dumas Enterprises these days. Strictly in an advisory capacity, you see, to keep the company on track.
How ingenious.
Oh, well, I have my moments.
But isn't it an awful risk to hand over operations to someone less accomplished in the subtleties of enterprise than yourself?
Actually, it's safer that way.
Really?
Yes, you see, in my experience, the less one knows about running a business, the less he can screw up. I make all the important decisions. The rest is just, paperwork.
Still, you wouldn't want your competitors getting their hands on that paperwork.
Oh, quite true. But we have a very large safe in which to store it.
Safes can be cracked.
It's not a concern.
Why not?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss such matters, even with a young lady as charming as yourself.
Thank you for your time, Baron Dumas. It's been an eye-opening experience.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy to oblige. Never turn your back on a worthy cause, I always say.
A worthy meal is more like it.
Oh, snap. Okay, I did not expect that level to be a talkie of... What? Well, hold on a second. Avoid detection. How did I not get... Oh, right, that was for all that combined. So apparently that isn't necessary. Strange. Screw it, who cares? Moving on. Moving on. Safety medal. Yay.